Alright, I am your coach of the Montreal Roars, and I got invited back to the IDL, the Intercontinental Draft League, for its second season. In its inaugural season, we went 0-8, unfortunately, but now we have drafted a completely new team and a completely new format. This season's format is low tier, meaning that all the strong higher tiered Pokemon like Iron Valiant and Palafin aren't available. But even though only low tier mons are in the game, this allows for less popular Pokemon in the higher meta to really come out and just be better. And it still allows for some really fun matchups and fun stuff. We also have a free Terra and Terra preview, which allows us to select any Terra type we want for our Terra captains, but we just have to announce it to our opponents before the match. It'll be an 8-week regular season with 3 rounds of playoffs. For the draft, in terms of draft rules, we had 100 points to draft 9 to 11 Pokemon. 24 of the 100 points are Terra points for Terra captains, and teams can have up to 3 Terra captains. Now, for this draft analysis, I'm joined by my good friend Frostbite Thunder.
Hello.
Basically, he's just gonna give his opinion on some stuff. So thank you for being here. And I would like to thank Zach Mander for helping me draft this team like he pretty much does in every league. I would probably never have this team without him. So out of 16 coaches, we got the 4th overall pick. We had many great options, and I was able to select what I thought was the best one, Crocodile. Now, Crocodile is a beast. It has 3 amazing abilities and a pretty decent move pool. Really high attack of 117. And it has the ability Moxie, which gives you a +1 attack boost for every kill you get, and it can really do some damage to our opponents. It is also a relatively fast Pokemon with 92 speed, and I'm just really excited to get to use this. What do you think?
I think Crocodile is going to be a heavy hitter on your team and definitely a needed advantage point.
Yeah. It does get Stealth Rock, so it does get that setup move if we wanted to bring a less offensive Crocodile, which we probably won't most of the time, but it also has good offensive moves: Crunch, Dark Pulse, Dragon Pulse. I think it also has a close combat, so those are some options. I'm pretty sure Dark Pulse is a special move now that I look at it. Okay, that's a mistake by me, but that's fine. With our next mon, Zach Banner had suggested a mon that I just brushed off to round 3 instead if it stayed alive. And I decided to go with a mon that I've always wanted, but I never got to. But since this was a lower tier league, I thought that it would be perfect. So welcome, Blastoise. Now this thing, already we get our Rapid Spinner. It has high defenses, but it also has Shell Smash, which basically boosts our attack, special attack, and speed up by 2, but lowers our defenses by 1. But if we are able to get this off without getting killed, we can really start going to work as moves like Ice Beam and Surf. And I'm just really glad I got this. What do you think?
Blastoise is a really good tank, so already having Shell Smash on him is going to be pretty easy.
Yeah, and we can always just run a defensive set. We don't always have to run Shell Smash. But, if we want to run a Rain Dance set for, like, the Rain Dish, which heals us in the rain, with leftovers, we can get, like, a double heal there. That's just some things I'm throwing out there. And I think that this is a great mon. And I'm really glad that I'll get to use it this season. It's one that I've always wanted to, and great that I could finally use it. Now, next up, I decided to go back to Zach's suggestion Later on, we decided that this mon should be a Terra Captain, so it wasn't originally going to be, but then we decided to. And this mon is Terra Gardevoir. This thing is expensive. It cost me 1/5 of my points, 19 points, basically 1/5. This thing is really expensive, but it has high special stats, a 125 special attack, which is great because of its amazing special attacking move pool. It gets moves Moonblast, Terra Blast, it gets, pretty sure it gets Mystical Fire. So it gets a lot of different types of moves that could be really, really great paired up with the Terra. So I think it's worth the 19 points. It's also an okay mon with speed. It lacks in physical stats, but we should be fine. We also have hypnosis for sleeping purposes. What to you stands out about this Gardevoir?
I think Gardevoir is a very good mon to have, especially with the high special attack and a wide variety of move pools. Things like Mystical Fire are able to cover a lot of typings, so that's why I think it was a good choice to have it on your team.
Yeah, I mean, we can always, with that Mystical Fire, I know we're talking a lot about one move, but this helps us, like you said, it helps us, like, attacks to steel types. Since we are weak to fairy, we can always just Terra out of the fairy, and if we do have that Mystical Fire for the fire mons, we can always just click that, and it'll do a decent amount. So, and Terra Blast, it's always a good move, whatever Terra it is. I just think this was a great pick overall, and I'm great to have it on the team. I'm happy to have it on the team. Excited. Now, next up, I wanted a fire mon, since but I wanted it to be a little bit more defensive, but I ended up going with a defensive, but also pretty much offensive mon, Moltres. So it's really good. Its offenses are really good. 100 attack, 125 special attack. It's pretty fast. All its stats are great. It gets really, really great moves. It gets Tailwind, Overheat, Will-O-Wisp, Air Slash, but it also gets Flame Body, which has a 30% chance of burning the opponent, which can make it so we don't have to always run Will-O-Wisp on it. We can run other moves. What do you think about this Moltres?
Moltres is, as a good fire type, is very useful, and with things such as Tailwind and its decent speed stats sitting at 90, you can make it a very good sweeper for any types that might struggle with, like, your Gardevoir.
Yeah, definitely. And I know I'm gonna spoil a little bit, but my second slowest mon is gonna be that Blastoise. And how much speed did it have? It had 75 speed. That is my second slowest mon on the team. My slowest mon is pretty slow, but with that Tailwind, oops, nope, I'm leaking. But with the Tailwind, that's going to give us a +2 boost to our whole team's speed. This team is pretty fast, and I'm really, really happy about this. So yeah, I kind of already showed you guys my other mon, so I won't even say anything beforehand. Galvantula. I really want to kill a Wattrel, because I love that thing. But Zach Bander kind of pushed it off and suggested me this thing. And I'm familiar with Galvantula, and it's a great lead, Sticky Webs. It also has great support. It also has some status moves like Thunder Wave, and we can also easily get it out of there with Volt Switch, but it also has great electric moves. What are you thinking about this Galvantula? What do you like about it?
Galvantula, I think, was a decent choice. While it's great for amazing status and setting up good traps, I definitely think that Kilowattrel could have brought you some better use with a quick electric sweeper. But for status Pokemon, as in setup, I think Galvantula is your go-to.
Yeah, but at the same time, I kind of agree with Zach on brushing off Kilowattrel. We already have 3, if not 4, sweepers here. Like, debating on the Moltres a little bit. But Crocodile, Gardevoir, 100% sweepers, and most of the time that Blastoise is, and sometimes even the Moltres. So I think it's good that we got a great setup mon, a great lead that could just come in there, be annoying, and I really like it. I think it's great. I think it was a good choice. Now, our next mon, we decided to go with a Steel type. And at this point, 4 of our 5 mons are special attackers. Like you can see, 97 special attack. Moltres had 125. Gardevoir 125. And Blastoise was a special attacker, I believe. So I went with a more physical attacking Revavroom. 119 attack. Finally, it joins Crocodile with that nice attack. High attack. It also has a pretty high speed, high defense. It does have a great move pool. Pretty great move pool. And steel moves. It has the move Shift Gear, which I think is going to be extremely useful. But it can also be an annoying kind of setup mon with the Toxic Spikes. It also has the taunt to its availability. So if we don't always want this to be a physical sweeper or just like a damaging mon, we can always just have taunt or Toxic Spikes, which I think it's great. What do you think?
Revavroom, I think it was honestly just a good choice. I know that it can be used very well, and I don't think you could have gone wrong with this choice.
Yeah, I mean there was some other options, but I think that this was the best one. And when I say other options, I really don't know. But it also gets a great other moves like gets Poison Jab, it gets Iron Head. So I think this was a great bring, and there, like I said, there was other options, but nothing I think stood out to me more than Revavroom. So in terms of that, I think we were fine. Now, you know what? For this next mon, I'll let Frostbite do the talking, because although it doesn't show on the slide here, I named this Frostlass Frostbite. So no, not after him. I just went through his nicknames, and that's just the best thing that popped up to me. It sparked. So what do you think about this Frostlass?
Here we have a Frostlass with with dual Ghost Ice and Destiny Bond, Spikes, and Ice Shard. These are going to be the key moves. Destiny Bond is great because if you have enough speed and are able to outlive the opponent and they KO you, that's also going to take them down, doesn't matter how much health they have. Spikes is definitely a good setup, and Ice Shard allows them to be a high damage outputter while having Spikes on the ground, dealing as much damage as you can, which makes it really good for a good lead.
I mean, yeah, like it said, it's a great lead. It also does get Taunt, Ice Shard for the priority, and also we could just throw a Focus Sash on this thing, and if we're faster than the opponent, we could just then Destiny Bond and hopefully try to get rid of a nice physical mon that can really do damage to us in the long run. So I think that this was a great option. Again, it has pretty good stats. 70 in the defenses, 80 in the attack. It's our fastest mon on the team, actually. And I'm really happy, glad to have this. But don't be fooled. It can also get some nice physical moves and special moves. Just like some nice move, a nice move pull, Ice Beam. And its ability, Snow Cloak. If we can get that snow set up, 20% evasiveness, that can be really dangerous. It can allow this thing to live longer, which is why maybe Destiny Bond might not be as useful. But I really like this. So at this point, we have 12 points left remaining. 5 of those points are Terra points. So I decided to just go all out and spend those 5 Terra points on Paldean Tauros. This is going to be our second Terra Captain, and it's another physical mon now. As you can see by that special attack, 30, not good, but its attack 110, 100 speed, 105 defenses. It's really great. A really amazing move pool. It actually even gets Wild Charge, so we can deal with those flying type Pokemon that try to come in and do damage to this fighting Tauros. It also gets Raging Bull, which, although it says it's a normal type move, because we are the fighting type version of Tauros, it will be a fighting type move. What are your thoughts on this?
Let's see. Earthquake and Raging Bull. Interesting movesets, but we'll have to see how it plays out, because Paldean Tauros is definitely hit or miss.
Yeah, but again, these are just key moves. There's a lot of other moves that it can use. I think these are just some key moves that will stand out. It also gets Bulk Up to raise the attack and defenses, which is great, which really allow us. I'm pretty sure it also gets Body Press, so we can try to cook something up with that. But if we do Bulk Up the attack, I think that this is a steal and a great mon. It also has Intimidate to lower the opponent's attack when brought out. Anger Point, which I'm pretty sure maxes out your attack with a critical hit. And then I'm not sure what Cud Chew does. Do you know what Cud Chew does? If you can, just search what the hell that is for me and what it does. Because I've really zero idea. No clue. Or not, that's fine. Anyways. We have about 7 points left now. Me and Zach were talking. We want a grass type. We were in between a couple of options. Arboliva is the one that got picked. Now it can be. Now this is our slowest mon, 39. Obviously a big drop between our second slowest. It's like half of that. But it's fine. Again, this is a really nice special attack. This is a really, really special team. Honestly, it's really, really special attack. It gets greens, it gets Leech Seed, it gets some good grass moves. What do you think?
Bolivia was definitely a good choice, I'll tell you that. It's got a very high special attack, and I think it's just going to be a great choice to have on the battlefield.
Yeah, definitely. The reason we were kind of doubting a little bit Arboliva and wanted to go maybe towards Blossom was because of its Seed Sour ability, which sets up the grassy terrain, which can sometimes just kind of ruin any possible sets on Crocodile. But in the end, it always does have Harvest, so in the end, I think this was a good choice. And now we have 1 point left, and we went for the best 1-pointer on the board. Jumpluff. Oh, crap. Jumpluff. This thing is going to be a bitch. This thing is going to be so damn annoying. I already built my team for my week 1. And this is going to get posted after a battle, so I can say this clearly. This set is annoying. It's going to be really, really annoying. Now, as you can see, 3 status moves right here. Sleep Powder, Stun Spore, Poison Powder are always going to be great moves to bring to really just trying to look for the word here. Really mess with our opponents to limit the things that they can do, like the Poison, the Stun Spore, the Sleep Powder. All 3 great status options, and it also gets more. It's a really fast mon too, and that speed can be boosted with the ability Chlorophyll. What do you think?
I know that for a Pokemon like Jumpluff, having a setup like this is definitely going to be an obstacle in your opponent's way. So I don't think there's much to say about him, but looks like you've got a pretty good team set up here.
Looking at just like the Jumpluff stats, obviously it's not going to be an attacker at all. It's more going to be a bulky support, which is really what I want. Maybe not bulky, but it's going to be a support, which is really what I want in drafting this thing. If it's even ever going to get brought outside of my week 1, I'm saying that, and I'm going to bring this and Arboliva, 2 of my jokester against Zach Mander to tease him. No, I'm going to lose. I can't tease. But, so yeah, that's the team. This season. I'm really excited to use it. What's your final thoughts on this team?
I think that for this team, it's definitely going to be a really good setup if you can play this right. But I feel like definitely changes that could have been made possibly are the Galvantula and maybe like a different moveset on the Reverum. But other than that, I think the team will go pretty well in your favor.
I mean, you're saying a different moveset, but those are just some couple of key moves. I'm not going to be running that moveset. It's just some moves that I thought stood out a little bit that I just wanted to point out. But yeah, maybe the Galvantula, we could have ran something different. We'll see how it goes. If you were to rank this team out of 10, well, what would your ranking be? Out of 10. And why?
I'd probably have to give it somewhere between a solid like 7 to 8. Let's do like a 7.5 because it's got an amazing move pool and type coverage, but there's definitely some things that you're missing, and you could have some better movesets on Pokemon like Galvantula and the Reverum, and even maybe swap the Galvantula for something. But other than that, I'd give it a solid 7.5.
Alright, I'll take it. But anyways, before I close out, I just wanted to mention that uploads are going to be on Sundays. Although I am part of the non-upload division, I will be uploading on the same days as the upload division. And for week 1...
Oh, those lumps are bad.
For week 1, we are taking on, I hope I'm saying this right, Yauria, coach of the Eon Guardians. So I'll see you all next week. Please consider liking and subscribing. Thank you, Frostbite, for coming out and doing this with me. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye. Also, wait, one last thing. Make sure to subscribe to his channel in the description. He just hit 100 subs. Congrats to him. Let's try to get him to 150. Goodbye. I'll see you later.